Hey guys, Robert here doing another live duel commentary. Today I'm going to be doing a match between myself and a fellow named Charles, and he is piloting pure Sky Strikers. So Charles is not running a conventional build. Usually Sky Strikers want to go first and do all their plays uncontested. He's playing a going second build, so he's main decking cards like evenly matched to see if he can get a blowout game 1. So Charles is going to win the die roll, and he's going to make me go first. I'm going to start off with a Marionetter, and I'm going to set a protocol from the deck. So protocol I think is the best early game, obviously because manifestation is more of a mid to late game card, and I think it's very valuable to have effect negation for the ray, for the floating, and all that stuff. So I think it's a pretty no-brainer decision there. Charles is going to use cherries on Kagari, and I believe he's doing this so I can't cherries his own Kagari, and I think he knows that I'm main decking cherries. Roto's going to be activated here. I do have an Ash in hand, however, I think I want to save it for the engage. So that's going to allow him to search a ray from the deck. Ray is going to be searched, and I'm not going to have any response. I do main deck Mind Crush, but I don't have it this time. Charles is going to enter the battle phase, and he's going to activate evenly matched, but I'm going to have the one Solemn Judgment, and this is the only card in my main deck that can answer it, so got a little lucky there. Field spell's activated, and I believe he's going to try to use it on the ray, and the ray is going to be chained. However, I think this is a bit questionable because I do have the protocol. It almost seems like it would have been better for him to just go into the Link Monster. Because if I negate the Link Monster and it gets destroyed, he can just bring back the ray and it floats. So he's going to pick up the equip card. He's going to use the Hornet Drones, but I'm going to have the Rivalry of Warlords. So that's going to prevent him from going into Kagari, because Kagari and Shizuku is a machine. So I've been pretty well. I'm not going to let Charles play the game. Personal Swiftwing is going to be activated on Protocol. That's going to allow me to get a Multi-Faker out. And Charles knows it's going to be game, because he has no Widow Anchor, he has no traps, and that's going to be it. On to game number 2. This time Charles is going to elect to go first, so he's going to throw me for a loop because I thought that I was going to be going first, and I sided accordingly. I sided 3 Wiretap and 3 Waking the Dragon. So Engage is going to be used here. It's going to be used to search out the Widow Anchor. Terraforming is going to be used to search for the field spell. And sadly I'm not going to have Droll and Lockbird or Cherries to do anything, because I sided those out, thinking I was going to go first. Kagari is going to be summoned, he's going to get back the Engage, and the field spell is going to search for another field spell. So Charles is going to set 1. He's going to go into Shizuku, going to search for another Engage I believe, and he's going to pass it over to me. So I have Waking the Dragon in my hand, and I only set 2 because I wanted him to hit my Waking, but I think it was kind of a bad play because I also set an anti-spell fragrance and I flip it over. I mean, it doesn't stop him from using Twin Twister, but it does stop him from using the Jamming Wave. So I'm going to attempt to use Multi-Faker off of the anti-spell fragrance, but he's going to have the Mind Crush. So now Charles is going to have basically complete information other than my set. Shizuku is going to swing. It's going to go into Kagari, I believe. Nope, looks like he's going to take it back. He's going to set 4, and he's going to pass it over to me. I'm going to summon Marionetter. And the anti-spell fragrance is really helping here because even if he sets the Widow Anchor, he needs to wait 1 full turn before he can activate it. So that's going to allow me to set a protocol from the deck. So it looks like I'm electing to set the manifestation. I think the idea is so I'll be able to trigger multi-faker on my turn and then use the manifestation to trigger it on his turn. So I'm going to use the multi-faker effect to get the Metalseek. I'm going to get the Hextia, then I'm going to search off the Metalseek. So I'm just doing pretty standard combo. Going to search me out another Marionetter. So if I'm doing this, I must already have the Metalseek, or rather the multi-faker in hand. Gonna set 2 more and pass. I'm gonna activate the manifestation, gonna try to trigger my Metalseek. And he's going to try to negate. So I think I'm gonna let this go through. The whole purpose of this was so I can have a negate for the Hextia. So I believe that's what I'm going to do. So multi-faker is negated. And I really only need to worry about 3 other cards. I have 1 negation, so 2 other cards actually. Because any spells that he searches for this turn obviously is going to be blocked by the anti-spell fragrance. So I'm going to negate the engage. Jamming Wave is going to be used on my other anti-spell fragrance. And then the other effect's going to pop my Hextia. Hextia is going to activate and I'm going to search from the deck. So I'm still not too sure how to play with Waking the Dragon. Part of me feels like it's super obvious if I only set 1. Charles is going to go into Kagari, he's going to run into the Solemn Strike. Pretty sure he saw that I had the Solemn Strike, so I'm unsure why he played into it like that. Engage is going to be activated. It's going to search for Hornet Drones, but he won't be able to use the Hornet Drones because I have the anti-spell fragrance up. Okay, no, it looks like he's going to search for Ray instead because he hasn't used his normal summon yet. He's going to draw a card off the engage. Ray is going to be summoned. So anti-spell fragrance is such a nutty card. It really just slows down the Sky Striker player. If he was able to play all of his spells, there's no way I would be able to survive. So it looks like a Hornet Drones was grabbed from the deck. And the equip card is going to send back the Link monsters. Ray is going to swing, and Shizuku is going to swing. He's going to set 2, and he's going to pass it over to me, I believe. Oh, I think right now he's thinking about what he wants to search off of the Shizuku, but he has a lot of the spells in the grave, so he is going to grab the Afterburner. So Marionetter is going to activate. Again, the anti-spell fragrance preventing him from using the Widow Anchor. Yeah, and this single floodgate is really the only reason why I'm able to contend with Sky Strikers. So I'm gonna set the protocol from the deck. I only run 1 manifestation because I don't want to draw the card and I really only need 1. And if you're using 2, then you're basically already winning the game. So in this spot, I can't really go Metalseek because he has more than 5 spells, so my Metalseek isn't going to be able to do battle damage. So I'm just going to go into Multi-Faker, and I'm going to go into Hextia. Going to be able to search out the Metalseek. And really the game plan here really is just to try to get him to trigger my Waking the Dragon, because unless they're siding Kaijus, Sky Strikers don't really have an answer to that card. That card just steals games. So I'm going to activate Protocol, going to try to use Multi-Faker. I'm going to put it under the Hextia, so I have a negation, and then I'm also going to have the Silquidus. Silkwidis. I think I'm going to use the Silkwidis to bounce the Multifigure and bounces Shizuku, and then use the Protocol on Hextia to negate the Ray, and Hextia is going to float as well. When I try to use Hextia, he's going to have the Gamma in hand. So he's going to be able to search the Vanilla, special summon that. So I think Charles is going to use these two monsters to go into not Omega. I expected Omega, but right now the anti-spell fragrance is really hurting his ability to push. Silkwidis is going to grab back the manifestation. And Charles is going to go into Phoenix to pop the anti-spell fragrance. Phoenix is going to be used, popping the anti-spell fragrance. I'm not going to have any way to stop that. Field spell is going to be used on the Phoenix, but he's going to miss, so it's going to keep the Phoenix on board. Afterburner is going to be activated on his own Phoenix, and he's going to finally pop my Waking the Dragon, and now that's going to bring out the Ultimate Falcon. So from this point now, Charles is basically on a clock. He needs to either fill up his grave and get over it, or he's just gonna die to it. And now at this point, I'm pretty much sitting pretty. I don't have to worry about anything. So I think now Charles' strategy has to be just try to dump as many spells as he can in grave. Multi-rolls, search from the deck. Multi-roll is going to activate, it's going to pop a Terraforming, and he's going to pass. I'm not sure what that was for. He's going to try to Widow Anchor, but I'm going to have the Protocol face up. And I'm going to set another Protocol from the deck. So at this point now, I don't really care if Ray floats because I have Ultimate Falcon. And I can just keep smacking him with it. I'm gonna swap with Meloseek. So he's going to use the Widow Anchor to prevent me from attacking directly, and I'm going to negate the Ray that attempts to float. So interesting that he didn't take the Meloseek. I think that was a misplay by him. I think he should have taken the Meloseek, that way I couldn't negate his Ray. I'm gonna set two more and pass. I'm gonna activate the manifestation. I'm gonna get back Hextia. Oh, doesn't look like I'm getting Hextia. I'm gonna get Silkwidis. And that's gonna give me additional disruption during my opponent's turn. Field spell is gonna be activated. I was debating bouncing the field spell, but it's not really necessary. He's gonna get lucky now. It's gonna finally hit an engage instead of getting his own field spell. So finally, some luck for Charles. Horn Jones is gonna be grabbed from the deck, but I do have the Silkwidis, so if he tries to summon a token, I can just bounce the token back. So Charles is in a really tough spot. I don't think he can really win from this point. I've got so much control over the game. Multi-roll is going to be activated. Afterburner is going to pop, and because he activated multi-roll, I cannot chain anything. So now I believe he's thinking about what he wants to pop. Now Silkwidis is going to trigger. I'm going to grab back the manifestation. Hornet Jones is going to be activated. Kagari is going to be summoned. Oh, I think I'm going to actually have a response on the token. Yep, gonna have another rivalry. So rivalry is really helpful. Just slowing down Sky Striker. I think it's one of the best Sky Striker floodgates. Along with Anti-Spell Fragrance. So I'm gonna attack over, gonna kill the token. Looks like Charles has a Twin Twister that he's debating using. I think he's going to wait till he can use the multi-roll and make it so I can't chain to his spell cards. Twin Twister is going to hit the Rivalry and going to hit my Manifestation. He's going to set one. Going to activate Protocol to summon the Multifaker just so I can get some extra damage in. But I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him. So I'm going to attack with all of my monsters. That's going to put him very low. And I think his top deck is the Phantom Skyblaster. So that's going to be game. So Ultimate Falcon really put in work there. I think Waking the Dragon is an excellent card. And I think all Altergeist players should be playing that because everyone is citing spell and trap removal, etc. So that's going to be the match. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one.